Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Yo, abusiafo ye maame Professor Naana Jane Opoku Ajiman wakasa na watoto bullets bi na in fact chairman Wontumi agene de ewom and wa reply yes ena Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia odon so wagene de and the driver's mate wagene de saa so ena omampanyini Akuffo Addo ono so wagene de ani Mr. Legacy ani ono so wagene de ena easy jemensa omo so oma GB papa in fact ye maame aponche we stray bullet me pese ye ko na ekuti enkoma Professor Naana Jane Opoku Ajiman one ye papa KSM koma omo twetwe wo the KSM show so in fact in same bebre ni pim na me pese me gi asam no efiri o ma no yenko na yenko hwe interview no emra anse ne be commercial so be subscribe to PENDREAM TV na wa like video we e de amai na wo adwenkyere bi so a wo de ato comment section na se na wa share ato platform bi a wo so eso wo social media ba bi a PENDREAM TV e wo Facebook and PENDREAM TV Ghana or Facebook so ena TikTok PENDREAM TV Twitter PENDREAM TV and Instagram PENDREAM TV ubetimi follow yen ewo hon yenko na yenko hwe interview no emra sisia.
Okay, so we're back and I'm glad you have joined us again. And when we're branching off the other day, there was an area I wanted to get into, and I know that in your speech you had mentioned that the EC is struggling to defend its credibility. Something to that effect. What did that mean?
You see, we've had this commission for a while, and we have not experienced the nature of the EC as we are doing now. It's not too long ago when we went to the polls. Let me just begin with 2020. Why did we have the people of Santrophy and so on not voting for their parliamentary candidates? We've never experienced this before. And I don't think that the people of SAL today will trust that commission as profoundly as they ought to because of what has happened to them. Never have we experienced this. Okay, so that is one. Never have we experienced the announcement for the presidential election changed so many times. You see, it raises issues of doubt. It's as if the figures were being made to fit a certain mode and they were not fitting. If we are going to have a regional collation center, why must it come so late and to what end is it? Okay? At no time did we hear a commissioner call any political party an existential threat. How do all of these end up to create any sense of credibility? They don't. Okay? They don't. Only yesterday or 2 days ago, we are supposed to have registration. And all of a sudden, too many stations couldn't begin because there were problems. But you see, the date has been set by the commission. So one would expect that some homework has been done. Machines are machines. They can just disappoint you anytime, but not on this large scale. So it raises suspicions that are not helpful.
What are your suspicions? That there's manipulation going on?
We were heard that there were some machines missing. Who told us that the machines were missing? What was the reaction of the EC? We all know. How do all of these combine to raise confidence in the EC?
So going into the next election, if things have not drastically change. I'm talking about some specific things that will convince everybody that this is open and this is clear and this is what it is. You're suggesting that as it is now, your confidence level is very low?
It's not my confidence level as Nana's confidence level. It's the nation's confidence level. And what we are saying is that there's work to be done. Get it done before we get there. These are all examples that there's work to be done. Get it done to the extent that whoever wins, wins, whoever loses, loses. But don't leave things in such a way that people feel that no, there's prejudgment. Oh, there's gerrymandering. Oh, there's something untoward that has happened. So it's a warning given with the best of intentions. Because in the end, it's about the legacy you are leaving. In your time, what did you do? You want to know that, yes, you made some mistakes. Everybody does. But the mistakes weren't your hallmark. So I think it will help them if they just find out what exactly is going on there. Why are we having all these difficulties? And how we can deal with those difficulties.
And you said words to the wise can be found in, is it Asin North?
Yes.
Explain.
I leave the public to make that, to draw that conclusion. So I think that there are many things that should be put right. This is not the first electoral commission we've had.
Yeah.
We have examples in the past. None of this happened like it is happening now. It's as if the whole commission is at war with one party. It doesn't help anybody. So how will they trust you? Why did IPAC collapse? Who brought IPAC? How all of a sudden you have laughed, you are laughing so you don't respect me? What is that? Is that how we are going to govern the country? Oh, I'm so independent, I'm not listening to anybody. Did you put yourself there? So when you say you are not listening to anybody, who is that anybody in that context? Who are you listening to? And the others that came, weren't they also independent? If they were so independent, IPAC needn't have to have been set up. But it was set up, and for a good reason. What is the electoral commission without the parties? So we have multi-party democracy, and you don't want to listen to them. It doesn't help you to do the kind of job that we think they are capable of doing. They shouldn't be seen to be enemies of anyone or friends of anyone. They should be seen just to be doing their job as objectively as possible. That is all we are asking for.
Speaking of IPAC, most of the time, or on some few occasions, it would seem like the IPAC, majority of the IPAC goes with what the EC is saying. It's just NDC standing out.
You see, it shouldn't be what the EC is saying. It should be what all the political parties are saying. Why did NDC leave the IPAC? They left for a reason. Because this is the place where you build consensus. Without consensus, there's no democracy. It cannot be what I want that everybody should do. It's not about that. So why did they leave? So if it's about what the EC is saying that everybody must buy, then you don't need an IPAC. It's not about the EC. It's about the parties. And when they all accept that this is the way to go, EC, your work is easy. Your work is easy. So why make your work unnecessarily difficult for yourself? You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that again. But I just want a quick reaction from you because the president has said, talking to the electorate, that he should be voted for again because a vote for, I guess, Mahama and Jane. He didn't specifically say Mahama and Jane. He said Mahama, But it's you. A vote for your ticket. You're out there to come and destroy his legacy. So the people should wise up and vote and not vote for Mahama.
They always say, oh, I won't hand over to Mahama. I will hand over to this. I thought we have moved from the feudal stage. So if we are still there, then the rules must reflect that we're in a feudal state where you decide who comes after you. Yeah. I didn't think that's what we were doing. So maybe I got things wrong. Okay? So if you are telling them to wise up because Mahama will destroy your legacy, he should list the legacies. He should have referred to the legacies. Why didn't he?
Well,
he left a gap there. And
because he didn't mention the legacy.
And people are filling it in for him. You know, school, fill in the blanks. And people are filling in the blanks. And it's not funny. You know, has Mahama ever come to destroy anything? He comes to fix things. When we had electricity difficulty, he fixed the problem. Yeah. I'm sure people prayed too, but that wasn't the main activity. He fixed the problem. So what is there to come and destroy? Aren't we destroyed enough? We need to come and build. I'm not saying what he should have said. I'm not going to advise what our president should have said. But that's what he has said. You know, Muhammad doesn't come to destroy anything. What is his record of destroying what? And sometimes I wonder why they're so scared of JM. So we won't hand over to John Mahama. We won't hand over to John Mahama. I mean, I find some of it, frankly, very surprising. You know, what is it about John Mahama?
If he had said we won't hand over to the NDC, would it have made a difference to you instead of John Mahama?
It's as if they're just targeting the person again, like they did before 2016, and it worked. It won't work this time. They know it's not working. You know, the wrapping has fallen off. So just going back to say, we won't hand over to John Mahama, I'll decide who takes after from me. I mean, really, if it's your private house, you decide I'm giving it to X, that's fine. It's your house, you built it, you sacrificed, and you have decided this is where it should go. Who will fight with you? Or so, is that how we are seeing the nation? That is some private property. It betrays too much. It betrays very dangerous things. Because it tells you where the whole thinking is coming from. Where and maybe it explains where we are. In the feudal state, the vassals and so who cared about them? Is that what he's telling us? Where the king could kill if he wanted to, and nobody held him to account. I thought those days were over. Or, you know, it just makes me wonder, our president, if I have to ask him one question, what really does he mean by democracy? Is that what we are doing? Maybe we are looking for something else. Maybe we are at cross purposes. If that's what it is, let's state it clearly. Then we all know how to proceed. Otherwise, you assume it's about democracy, another person assumes it's something else. Since they like to give their own definition to words, they need to explain to us. When you say review, they said means cancel. You know, so maybe democracy means something else, and I don't know.
With all this, you know, recent posts coming out, they say, oh, it looks like JM is in the lead or will be in the lead if it was held today. But we are not having the polls today.
Of course.
We're having the polls in December. Let's say it comes up and NDC loses. Will that come as a shock to you? Because there's that feeling of confidence now that seem to be that confidence that, oh, things are so bad.
Listen, when we are going for every election, there's a certain feeling that comes up. It may happen or may not happen. Because there's time ahead of you. And as they say, the song writer says, no one knows tomorrow. Right? So if today that's what it is, and it's positive, it should give you the confidence to work even harder to maintain whatever it is that they have seen. It will be interesting to see, so what is going so well in our favor? How do we amplify that? What is not going well in our favor? How do we reduce that? So I think that these are all triggers to help one to work harder. Okay, so that's how I see it.
Okay.
Because as you say, we are not voting today. But who says that we cannot continue getting to election? So this tells you something that you can work with. Okay, that is why we are saying that, yeah, just because they said so, doesn't mean that the work is over. Actually, the work is about to begin. You need to maintain. So you have an A in a subject. Are you going to go to sleep? You work to sustain that A. Okay? You work to sustain, and the person who got a D, do you think is going to stay that way? If he has any ambition of improving, he would like to work to move himself up. You see? So I think it's a good thing, but it doesn't end there. You should rather feel encouraged to do even more what you've been doing. Okay, and then also to know we all do research. We all know the base population. We all know what we should have to be able to generalize, and so on and so forth. So they give you the sign, you run with it, in the hope that whoever is also in charge is going to continue to do the right thing.
You want to learn new data skills because you...
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Being a female candidate, and there's all this cliche, whether it's true or not, to say, a man cause of their own failure. A man vote to mama. That's what they say, was that the chunk of the people who will not vote for you because you are a woman will be women. Do you believe that? Does that hold water?
Listen, are we saying all men vote for all men? Don't you see them fight over their primaries?
Yeah.
Then we should have had no problems. If the statement were true, we should have no problems. Oh, then I'm angry, I'm going independent, I'm leaving the party, and so on. It shouldn't happen. Is it women who are doing that? So what is it? Okay? You see, we are women. We are also ordinary people like everyone. We have our fears, we have our expectations.
Yeah, but the system, our tradition of the system...
Let me tell you, it's not about the tradition.
It's not?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a false thing that we have created. Okay? And it's part of our history, part of how our culture has been impacted negatively. Otherwise, in our history, we would never have had women leaders. We've had them in every field, including the military. Consider the Amazons. Consider the women military people who were taking care of the Dahomey kings. They were all women in the army and making big decisions. You see? So all of a sudden, because we've gone to school and we've learned that in some places women don't do anything, how many women have you seen in our culture who do nothing at all?
Okay.
How many have you seen? You see, I'm not blaming the schools alone or the religion alone, the new ones we've had, you know, but they've all affected us. You know. So I don't think we are going to say that, oh, because she's a woman, no woman will vote for her. Why am I going to bite? I'm not going to do that. You know. But we should just know that it is a human reaction to things that are maybe out of the ordinary. We are not too sure, you know. So we are all here down there and you want to rise. Why do you think even little girls in school that are doing well, we call them witches? I've been called a witch too.
You've been called a witch?
Yeah. I don't pay attention to those things. And you also see that a lot of these, they're just strategies to keep you away. If you fall for them, you are finished. If you decide that in my whole life, what have I done to harm women? And you know you haven't. And the women know you haven't. That should be enough. You know.
So basically, an angle is one would have also thought or hope that now that we have a female candidate, you know, is going to get massive support.
You see, who disaggregated the votes to show how women voted? Nobody. And yet they want to ride on that. And I don't think it's very fair. You see, we don't know now. We have no way of telling how many women voted because of Naana, or how many women decided not to vote because of Naana. We have no means of telling.
Evidence, yeah.
And today we say we want evidence. It should be scientific. It should be data-driven. Where is the data? Where is the data? And the question I ask myself is that, are we saying that all the men are for all the men? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because if you just reduce it to ordinary human behavior, then yes, I wanted to go, you wanted to go too. So I need to find things to make sure that people are not coming your way, not because I have any facts to them. It's a human situation.
Now let me get a little bit personal before I let you go. Your children, so many babies, so many, 3 of them, they're all doctors?
Yeah. Yes,
Why?
they are. Why? No, you have to ask them.
I have to ask them.
No, I mean, as parents, it's just what they want to do, and you just support them. You see, and that's what I'm going to talk about during the Mother's Day. I'm having an event.
Oh, we're having an event?
Yes.
Where? Publicize that so that...
In Takoradi.
Oh, in Takoradi?
Yes.
Okay, Takoradi people...
And every time I talk to parents, when they ask similar questions.
Okay.
You see, you are not going to lead your child's life for them in the future. You're not going to do that. They're going to make choices you didn't even know existed because their times have changed. The best I think we can do, or one of the best, actually, I don't want to be so prescriptive. So one of the best things would be just support them. Be seen to be fair to them. Okay? I keep telling my nephews, nieces, you know, they are all my children. So long as what you are going to do is going to be of benefit to someone, that should be your first consideration. You are going to enjoy doing it. That way, yes, there'll be difficulty, but because you are passionate about it, you just go ahead and do it. And it's of help to you. So you come last, first others, you enjoy doing it, and it's good for you. Go ahead and do it. Of course, I'm not going to say that if you're going to sell cocaine. Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Maybe so, enjoy doing that.
So it has to be legally right. It has to be morally right. Okay? And you just go ahead and you do it. So yes, me, I like using drugs, so go ahead. No, which parent will, you are just ruining your body. And to what end is that? You know, okay. So is
so
their
you can
own...
look into the camera and tell them on Mother's Day where you'll be.
I'll be in Takoradi. We have a program honoring mothers, and I'm going to be there, just make a few comments, and then the day would have ended. I would have liked to also respond to the other many invitations, but Takoradi came very early, somewhere in February, and I said, okay, so long as I'm in the country, I'll come. So I'd accepted them already, so it's not that I don't like the others, just that once you've given your word, you must keep it. So.
Yeah, show some love, man. Final question.
The final of the five finals?
The real final.
Oh, okay, I hear you.
So everything goes well, and you become the first female vice president of this nation, and you have to give a little talk to support the president after he has delivered whatever. You have a platform as the first female president. What are going to be your words? Just a few words that will come. You can think of.
Actually, something I haven't thought of yet.
You haven't thought of yet?
No,
okay.
I haven't thought of yet.
Okay.
Because as I say, the context, the place, the time will determine what you say. And let me also use your medium to let everybody know that even running to become Vice Chancellor, becoming the first woman Vice Chancellor in Ghana was not my thought. It wasn't my consideration. I ran for the position of Vice Chancellor because having been in that system for so long, I thought there was something we could do differently. And I saw the position of Vice Chancellor as giving me that authority to do those things. And so I go into it not because I want to be the first woman or no. You go there because there's work to do.
There's
somebody
a purpose.
trusts you that you can do it and you accept to do the best you can. That is all.
On that note, folks, let's show some love, man. Let's show some love. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation.
Thanks for having me. No problem.
And I'm so glad you were able to make it.
No
and you'll be hearing from us again,
sure.
I'm sure.
Sure.
So, folks, until next week, let's say a big thank you one more time for her. And until that time, when we come back again, I am out of. Let the whole world say, yeah.
Joe, NT Nkomo Twetwe a course ewo Professor Naana Jane Opoku Adjiman ene ye papa KSM ewo the KSM show so ena yekofa edebrem no mwankasa mate ensem a ye maame ahwie edi agu honum ane efa ekwan a EC Electoral Commission epeso omofa so edebo eye NDC for krono omode regi elections no na Ghana omutumi enya kwan na omosey no kra na ye maame ensam a wakan no eno ena de bia no meba na mebetena ha me ne mo eka na me kan de bia se Ghana fo ye nyina ya amfa ye ho ankohyem ne ye se ye to ade na ama NDC fo nko a anhwa problem kese ene beto ye na de bia meka se ewo se Ghana ni bia ehu se sabiu se ye sanhwe na ye ya hwe ha na enkrofo yi etumi ewia elections num na yanji tumi amfiri omunsemu a amana donko na ye kwakutum no enye NDC fo nko na kwakutum enye NDC fo nko a obia ebeti bi sabe enne ye nyina ya ebre obia ebre bi MPP fo bre NDC fo bre in fact minimum MPP fo bi krompo omokra de omo bre che NDC fo no bra omo bre no woti ase ena bibia nye ya wo wiasim se woni unua bi anaso wabusuani bi nam no wo sika pa na wonim se we de mabusuani pa wo sika so pa na anso so omam bi ndi na komodeme ya rough after all so ti ho na sabi wabusuani bi ani abrochire a o ti we anya afi na wo ani da so bi se obi fira abrochire wo boga be ba mo de nyoma bi abre da bi ti wo kra no mfa abrochire fo ho ati asiye na se wabusuani bi wa abrochire na obeduru Ghana no wanfiu a ho na obu se eya ne me ka kosi nyina na se masa MPP fo a omo bre no omo de ne ye ya chen biribia because wo de o party na wa ban mu enso adwuma na unya bi okwa ye se adwuma ni ho napko fo ne apamo mu nyina be gufi adwuma ebi ni ho ne ama obi o de ase come de ugura minister no office ba ka cho se oni ho oye meeting corner bra next week onya ne da pressure enso mo aso nanka mo ko saying atechem ko nante atechem ni esere so ne ewura mu ne ho keka ho koye campaign ene ye ne nyina ena ye fro trotro ko ba pressure chala wia na hie ye ko hospital nya ba bi na ni nyina ye ne nyina na ebere enti ewasa Ghana ni bia ni da ho enya agrodie amanyo sem no enye me party na wo power nye mabusuani na wo power. Amanyosem is about yankasa ye well-being, ye living standard no wasi ye hwese ye be better no. Enye obi botomu ena wo no o kwa hwese ebe kodu yi ama no na wo mumu abe sofa. Eti baabi adu no eye kwasafo dwuma. Se ye nyina ebe kan ho abom ne age oman no ede esi wo de amagana. Ati ase emma hodo amu okrum ha. Ye ma me Jane Naana Opoku Agyeman oyoba obehia support afiri mu nchen and mu nyina mu nim say so unya sa support na it will endure to the benefit of all female affairs ye ma dodo aye wonu krum ebe ko ama wo mu ebe ye great opportunity ebe set pace bi dia ma mu ama chena bi oba biara betumi asore se me so me ko vie for ebia presidency. This is the opportunity. Abedaho. I was say, ye mano ye juma the first time a female is going to become the president, the vice president of Ghana. And ye easy. Abusia for mumpushi influencers are more Ghana hano mumpu munko support mami not mami into me embura aye the presidency ho. Na chama Wontumi de yenka na asem sisi and yenka na asem sisi mo akasa munim de eko ono no nyina yinim se sabio ne enti yenka na asem ti de meka na se aha PENDREAM TV mon subscribe to the page no and subscribe to PENDREAM TV who subscribe button na now don sa atim so e de amai na wo de ato icon bell no so ne wo adwenkyire bi ampa cho comment section na se na wo de atototo no na yekoyanim share video no eto ma afoforo ewo other platforms so na follow ewo ye platform ye social media platforms na so PENDREAM TV PENDREAM TV Ghana Facebook TV Facebook on no PENDREAM TV Twitter and Instagram and TikTok ni na PENDREAM TV me pa cho follow yen na yemfa enyuma pa embremo Ghana yes be a citizen and not a spectator.
Ya am mobo wo Ghana. Etisikaso o manya ohia mai. Nenam amamu a enkoyie enti no. Ekom de.
The country where I come from, the truth is irony. Just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian council, silence. Islamic leaders, silence. Kings and queens, silence. Traditional leaders, silence. So who go say the truth? We are them go keso confuse ko. Now by area why no bevel. We are them go keso confuse ko. One gazo ya why no bevel. Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he live it now, see what's I see so. Na your friend on a nine kamasam. Only papi obeka na sembia. So I want to obet you too. Everybody was afraid. And when Tinana to my cottage, I once my board dumping one and but who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini akukudro for nyina dalima. Enti who go say the truth? Obiadra konson so to grow Germansa to me be a cacobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo when you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Hanya safwe mo ayini. Akukudro for nyina dalima. Enti who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Tachi sa udi oma upipi numa. Would your mind never shine my frafonsa? But who go tell the truth? TUC, silence. Even journalists, silence. Oh, then who go say the truth? Right is right. Wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you, now the person become your target. Jobless no they mean senseless. Poverty no they mean useless. One day then go resist.
My never I say PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.